Okay guys, welcome to the Talking News. I hate to cover this. Don't forget to subscribe and like. I want to say that real quick and hit the notification bell. So anyways, yesterday I did a story on the activist, which I call QX. He put Brittany down, and none of us are happy with Brittany. We feel like she let her child down. However, that being said, I didn't know QX, so I did some research on him. I'm going to make this as quick as I can because this isn't the kind of videos I like to make. Anyways, it turns out that he seems to be a scan artist, which we all kind of knew, but I didn't realize it was that severe. And I decided to look into this after I seen the video of Brittany Bowens' Facebook Live post. I'm going to share that with you guys, but I'm going to warn you that it does have some bad, low-grade language in there. So if you don't want to see that, go ahead and turn the video off now, but I'm going to play this video first. I'm not going to show the entire video, but I'm going to show a big part. I'm trying not to show the comments.
Answers today. Yes, that was your one question, Jehovah. Did she make? No, she has not. When did your flight arrive in Houston?
Hi, Sarah.
Around 11 something.
Between 11 and 11:30.
11 and 11:30 p.m. or a.m.
p.m.
p.m. On what day?
On the 3rd.
On a Thursday.
No, the 3rd.
On the 3rd. On the 3rd. You start reading questions. Oh, that's cute.
No, Shaniqua. No, that's a bad idea.
What'd she say?
Can she come on live?
No, she doesn't want to because y'all like to bash all day.
It isn't any money. You should go back and reread.
What money?
She's Kim Manning. That person got to go.
What they say about the money?
What's the money for? But this Kim Manning person.
So the money that we did let me explain this, okay? We have not collected a dime, okay? We have not collected a dime. The money has nothing to do with it, okay? When the police detective got on national TV and said, we need y'all's help, as in anywhere that you go where you look, or if you're in a place that, is far or scattered, we need y'all to look. Okay, this is 2019, right? Everybody's not gonna do that. It would be great if they did, but they're not. So we created this page to connect a big group of people so we would be able to share leads, share information. When it comes to donating $1, if someone would feel courageous enough to send us a lead to help find Maleah, we thought it would be a great idea that if everybody in this group donated $1, we would be able to give it to that person who gave us a lead to find Maleah. The purpose of this group is to find her baby. That's it. It doesn't have anything to do with or nothing else. I work, she work. We got jobs over here, okay? So we're good, okay? Like, it's not about the money. And 4 quarters is not going to get me far. So that is what it was for. It was only to give someone a pot of money or to make them correct. Sadly, you have to pay people to get information. So that is what it was for. Nothing more, nothing less. Was human tissue really found in the pipes? No, it was not. That is false information. Great question. You got 2 more questions. Do you know how many crazy leads y'all gonna get? That we can get 1,000 crazy leads. But if one of them is real, we'll take 2,000 crazy leads. That's fine. Y'all wanted them on love so bad, then get disrespectful. Stop before they end the live. God bless you, Miss Roberts. What was the actual last day of when Maleah was seen? The 30th. The last day she was seen was on the 30th. What makes you people think or tell stuff, but not the police? Money.
Does she think Maleah still can be alive somewhere?
By the grace of God, we hope so. Do you think Maleah is still alive?
I pray so.
She prayed, so that makes sense.
It doesn't matter who we are to Brittany. None of that is important, and none of that is going to help.
I'm her baby mama. She got me pregnant.
I'm a sidekick.
This the mistress. And then I found out about her.
Hey, yo.
She is completely done with QX.
Do you know who dropped DV off at the hospital? No, she doesn't know. And can y'all slow the questions down? Because we got to read this to her.
Okay.
Someone said, Vivian says deep down she thinks that Maleah is still with us. Yes, Christina, that
Hold
is
on, let me
sad.
see. So once Maleah is found, the person who gave the tip is one to know. Yes, that is when the donations will be made. We are not holding on to anything right now, Miss Hayes. Nothing. We're not trying to hold on to no money, no anything. Yes.
Cassandra said, what does she really believe happened to her? Does she think she's alive? Does she think we're looking for her or her deceased body? Next question.
Why did he only stay at work for an hour? We don't know. But if someone gives us a lead to that question and it leads to Maleah, we'll be more than happy to give you this pot of money.
Clearly, Brittany is here with us because how else are we going to answer these questions for you guys?
I think I don't like calling him a stepfather because but do I think he killed her? Yes, I do. That's what I believe. That's my opinion.
No, DV has not tried to reach out to her.
And she ain't trying to reach out to him. Do you know who dropped DV off at the hospital? We really want to know who dropped him off. We really want to know that. It would be great if we could find that. It would be great.
What did QX do to BB? Why did QX lie? We don't know why he lied. Why he over-exaggerated nothing.
I know
No
he's
one
being
knows that
sued.
but him.
I know he's being sued, and I heard he's a clout chaser. That's what I heard. But, you know, he has other issues.
Yes, she's with us right now. Please stop asking that question.
Okay, for those of us that don't know, a clout chaser is a person who hangs around with only famous people for the sake of gaining popularity by either cloning their style or biting their signature moves. So they're using Brittany's story to gain attention for their group, which I wouldn't be interested in. I don't care who you are. Anyway, so the girls here are supposedly Brittany's friends, and Brittany is supposedly in that room. I can hear Brittany's voice. I believe it is her. I think what Brittany's doing is trying to represent herself, because now she realizes she could not trust QX. And where does that put the people that are following the Maleah Davis case? Well, it puts you guys in nowhere because you don't believe anybody. We don't. There's nobody attached to this story except for Tim Miller and the police that matter. Because the rest of them, it's a bunch of lies and manipulating. And they have people, you know, asking them, you know, is Brittany in that room? And they are getting agitated, saying, please don't ask us that question. It's because some people are they're focusing on the wrong questions. They're not really answering questions. So honestly, this Facebook Live, which should have done Brittany, you know, made things better for her, actually didn't help, for the fact that they didn't focus on the right questions. Not only that, they should have shown Brittany's face for a moment. But the most important thing is not whether Brittany Bowens is on Facebook Live or QX has left Brittany's side, but where is Maleah Davis? So, you know, we're finding out that it's confirmed, nobody knows who dropped Vince off at the hospital. I think the police do, but they're not going to tell us. It's going to endanger the case. You don't want to see Maleah Davis, her murderer, go free, do you? So, I don't. So, QX was there for the spotlight, as we all imagined. We're not saying that Brittany is completely innocent, but we should give her a chance to speak. This is, we're in the 2000s. And we should not be doing witch hunts. Yes, she should be investigated, and she should face the consequences after the determination of the investigation, which seems to be neglect. I think she will face neglect after they deal with some of the issues. Right now, the main point is making sure that Vince is locked down, that he cannot get away free, and to find Maleah Davis. Okay, so let's run this clip on.
Right now, please stop asking that question. Damn.
It's very sad that money has to get someone to talk, but we all know that's the truth. If we get 1 million people in this group and everyone donates $1, let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that somebody will give us a lead if they know something? If we say, hey, we'll give you this $1 million anonymously as long as you give us this tip and it leads to finding Maleah, do you think they'll tell us what happened?
April Lynn, get off this live, girl. I'm trying to be as peaceful and respectful as possible. Can you please move around? Are you willing to face God when the time comes?
Don't take my phone. I'm gonna argue. That's why you the mistress.
Do you honestly think it's a good idea for her to try to reach out to DV?
I think Brittany wants to do whatever is gonna help find her baby.
Leon, whatever your name is, girl, it doesn't matter why she isn't on the live. You ask for your questions to be answered, and regardless of who's answering them, they're getting answered.
And she technically is here. She's just.
She doesn't have to show her face for what?
Why would she want to show her face? Look how y'all been acting with her. Look how y'all been treating her. Why would she want to? Here's the question for y'all. What if she really is innocent? How are y'all gonna feel? Like, how are you all going to feel if she really is innocent? How are you gonna feel?
Okay, it's our turn to answer a question. How are you going to feel if Brittany is really innocent? Well, I would feel absolutely terrible. That's a silly question. But I don't think most of us are out here just to point our finger at Brittany. Maybe Brittany is in denial. Maybe she ought to look at her own story and answer the question to us. What would she think if she was on the outside looking at her story? All right, let's play on.
Stephanie said what makes her look guilty from the public's eyes because the story has changed so much. No, his story has changed. DV's story has changed.
Not Brittany.
It has nothing to do with Brittany. And do you realize that when everybody was asking the chief if if they felt like she had something to do with anything, he never said, yeah, he felt like that. So shouldn't that tell y'all something? Like, damn, move around. Just leave this girl alone.
But he did answer that he does believe that Darion can tell us where she is. So someone knows something, and we want to know. And if you let us know, we have a $20,000 pot, we have $5,000, we have $1,000, we have another $5,000, and we have however many people that's in this group will donate $1. Every person that I block, I will cover their $1, and you will get that money also. We won't turn anything into we won't do, and we just want a good lead to find this baby. That's all we are worried about. No other good questions?
Okay, so if you was who was this? Anyways, if I answer that, Stephanie Joseph. If you were with someone for 2+, 3+ years, would you honestly want to believe that that person had something to do with your daughter's disappearance?
Be honest.
Like, honestly. And I'm not justifying anything for Brittany because that's my friend. No, right is right and wrong is wrong. But if it was me, I wouldn't want to accept that. Do you feel like DV brother helped?
Yes, I do. And if he didn't help, I feel like he knows something. But shout out to DV brother. If you give us a tip anonymously, $20,000 plus $5,000 plus another $1,000 plus another $5,000 plus whatever is in this group. Listen, we just trying to get a tip.
They really said she's a mistress. Who's a mistress?
You the mistress?
So his dad and Justin said they bought him out. Kim, you know what, Kim? We're not answering any.
58 in the morning. Who doesn't leave early to get to the airport?
And what time did you leave?
We left like at 8:30.
Okay. I hope y'all can. I heard that because I'm not repeating.
I mean, but you're supposed to get there like 2 hours
You
prior.
have to go through security. It's a lot of people.
Missy, QX isn't speaking for her no more at all. He's not even. I'm sure you realize he hasn't been anywhere that she goes now.
And what is leaving to the airport so early? She didn't leave at 6 in the morning. She left around 8:30.
It takes an hour to get
And it takes an hour to get there. So that's 9:30. Now she has 2 hours to go through security, check in, and do everything else she wants to do.
Okay, so by her answering all these questions, is this gonna change anything? Because y'all still about to have y'all negative ass opinions. Y'all still finna come and try to attack this girl. She knows just about it as much as we know, so that's not gonna help find Maleah. So I just really think this live was pointless as fuck. And now guess what? I'm gonna end it.
She
Goodbye.
pretty much just says, screw y'all, who cares what you think? We just did this for nothing because I don't care. I don't think that was the point Brittany was trying to make. She surrounds herself with not so bright people all the time. I think Brittany is also struggling with being bright. Not saying she's stupid, but as far as she's kind of naive, I guess. Not very experienced or understanding of how things work. Her trust in people is poor. The baby's mama, she claimed she was pretty good at speaking. If she would have took control, it would have probably been better. We probably would have got better answers and we would have understood a little bit more, I think. But the mistress, she's definitely loves her friend, and that's clear. She's there to protect her, and that's what good friends do. So I want to go over this. Remember when at one point they say that Brittany has not reached out to Darian Vince, and neither has Vince reached out to Brittany. Well, later on we find out that there's a possibility that was a complete lie on the same Facebook Live video where they say she will do whatever she needs to do. So they have reached out to each other. Now I would like to know if Brittany Bowens is lying as well, if she is that neglectful mother that we feel that she is. But the point of the matter is right now is these girls are very right. You need to focus on finding Maleah. Right now they have $20,000, $30,000, I think it's about probably close to $40,000 offered for a tip to lead to where to locate Maleah Davis. And that's a lot of money. And you can see where they did a shout out to directly to Darian Vince's brother, which we're fixing to find out is blood thicker than money. That's a lot of money. And I think if he was to think about it for a while, he might take that opportunity to do the right thing. That's the most important thing. Think of that little girl and do the right thing. Moving on to QX. I have some information I want to share with you before I close this video. He is definitely not got a good reputation. He's not only been shunned by the people he represents, but he's been shunned from the new Black Panther Party, and once he was involved. Right now he has an organization, and I'll have to do more research on this. I don't know for certain. I believe he started a new Black Panther Party, which, you know, I'm not a big supporter on separation and hate groups anyways. But, you know, he seemed to have Maleah's interest and his best interest. But really, I think it's popularity and money once you start investigating and seeing his background. It's no different than any other activist. Let me tell you guys, true activists, you will not see them in the spotlight. You will see them out there doing things. They're too busy to be involved with things like this. So please do not give money to any activist that you see that is pushing his face to be on the TV, because that's not a true activist trying to stand for something that means something to somebody. They mean a lot to themselves and themselves only. Okay, so here's when it says the new Black Panther Party cuts ties with Quinell X and speaks on behalf of his alleged victims. So, Quinell X labeled as a fraud by several who say they sought help. Here's a few comments that back it up. Say, QX has removed himself from representing Brittany because he feels that BB wasn't being truthful. Thank you for that, by the way. This news article says Quinell X doesn't bite his tongue. Instead, he says he's the voice for the voiceless. But if you ask Veronica Cooper, he's no more than a swindler. Quinell has been stealing money from me and a lot of other people, Cooper says. I cannot talk lately. He is just another con man. So there you go, guys. So it's pretty much picking the worst of the evils, or picking the best of the evils. Either or, it doesn't matter. We all know we can't trust media completely. They're for the money and the views as well. So here's a clip from one of my favorites, which is KHOU 11 News. He's a media magnate who has spoken out against racism, injustice, and police brutality for more than a decade. But KHOU 11 News team has discovered that sometimes the help of Quantum X comes with a price paid by the very people who need him, and in some cases who end up feeling cheated. Look up this story on KHOU 11 for Sandra Lady. I hope I said that right. If I haven't seen that name, I really struggle with pronouncing them on occasion. So anyways, guys, go check out some of these stories on QX, and you're going to find out that he's nothing more than a con artist, according to the people that he supposedly tried to help. But I'm not letting Brittany Bowens off scot-free, but I am giving her a chance to explain and prove her innocence. That's what America's about. So anyways, I've got to go. I want to do a few stories. You're not going to hear me saying much on the Maleah Davis for the next few days unless there's something big, because I want to start covering some important stories. There's other people out there that are needing our help, and I hope you guys are here to help us get those videos out and help those people. Because think about it, what if it was your niece or nephew or whatever? You know, I have nieces and nephews. These guys are my pride and joy, and if something was to happen to them, that would be the most important thing to me, was finding out that they're okay where they are. Nothing would stop me from searching or trying to locate the people I love most in my life. Anyways, I posted this picture of my 3 kids up on Facebook. I don't do much Facebook. I have a small group that I allow to be on my Facebook. And my niece seen that, and then she cut a picture of her face and stuck it on there. It was hilarious. She is a trip. I love her to death. But anyways, my point is Maleah is the #1 factor in this story, and that's what we should be focused on. Focus on the people you love. They are innocent. They need us. That's why as adults we have a responsibility to act like adults and do the responsible thing. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I want to say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and you know I love you, and I wish you a great week. See you soon.